Howdy, my name is Derek, and this is an intervention. We are Metal Walls TV, where the underground meets the playground.
Gently.
Right. How do you think that sounds?
Gently.
Gentle re-entry.
And
gentrification. What?
I don't know what.
These are like-minded people who also think that Dream Theater puts us to sleep.
Right?
Yeah, it's not my favorite.
Yep.
Great musicians.
Rush is
not my
okay.
jam.
Right?
Yeah.
Rush is more than okay. They're awesome.
I like
Yes.
I like a lot of prog rock, and I
Yes.
like a lot of prog thrash. But I just what's the called, like regular prog metal? I agree. I can't really get into
It's
it.
very sleepy,
It's like,
very boring, and they're too smart.
yeah.
We're too dumb for that.
Yeah, just
We're dumb.
Play down.
why
with
don't you
us.
go like
Huh?
Prog thrash.
What were we talking about?
invent something like a cure for a disease or something?
Yeah, prog
Yeah.
like
Stop
Thriller
playing guitar. Like what the fuck?
And plus, you know, if you're not
Believer,
Dream Theater,
Atheist,
Too
stuff
smart.
Like that.
Yeah.
Like,
plus, you know, if you're playing prog metal, right, and you're not Dream Theater,
And the fucking thing is, if
only
you
4
stopped
people are
there,
going to watch
it would have been great.
buy your album anyway. So
Yeah.
why bother? Use your genetic code to create a cure for cancer.
Yeah,
or a new
that's smart.
species. or
Right,
something.
right.
Yeah,
You
I want
know,
to see like a horse
A
with 5
species
legs.
of
Use your generic
freaking
code to figure out that if there's
gremlins
more than 2
to play metal for you.
Invent
of your style, it's fucking one too many.
Yeah.
Stop it.
You could create an invention with tires,
Yeah.
where you have
Yeah.
on rims where there is like a hologram
Yeah.
or something on it.
I mean,
yeah.
Are you talking
that
about?
shit.
Are you talking about Rims because he's black?
No.
No, I'm
That's
talking about
because
he created something.
He wasn't
Alright. That's how I interpret.
We weren't talking about stealing rims. We were talking about creating.
We weren't talking about
creating.
stealing patents.
Yeah.
I mean, this is Jersey. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We have to put that in that we're
Right.
not talking about stealing rims.
No,
Right.
We
definitely
don't want
not.
any police brutality or
No.
anything. Of course, I was probably the only one who's going to get his ass kicked. You know.
That's racial profiling.
Rightly so.
But it's
Yeah,
like,
rightly so.
I think if they,
I mean, I agree. I mean,
the cops go, "What's going on?" Be like, "There's a black guy."
But you know, if they knew I was a Jew, they might beat me down too.
yeah, I know. So.
Maybe. No,
Especially if you're in Germany.
Depends on which part of the country. You know.
They would assume you could sue them. So,
All right. So in the news,
the news.
Jorn or Jorn? Would you say it's Jorn or Jorn?
I like Jorn.
Whatever the German pronunciation.
Jorn.
Jorn.
Is that that
Jorn.
girl?
No, it's not a girl.
Jorn.
It's not.
It's definitely a dude. He has a handlebar mustache.
Oh.
And he has a really good voice.
He does. Yes.
Do you like him as well?
I enjoyed it. I couldn't find clips of the album.
I did. There
What
was
you're
a preview of
Oh,
it.
is there?
Yeah, there's a preview.
But
of it.
I watched some of his actual videos for previous songs. I enjoyed it. It was
He's
good.
very talented.
Yeah.
He's been around for a really long time. Why I can tell you he's been around for a while is because I believe he used to be with Lion Music from Finland, and Lion Music used to advertise the Metal Rules, so there used to be ads for Jorn CDs. That's how I remember it.
Awesome.
So, and I believe I had some Jorn CDs in the past, and I probably put them aside because I was looking for some thrash and death metal at the time. But this guy's really good. What he did was
pretty talented guy.
he put an album together of his, not really his best stuff, just songs that he dug, and then he like symphonized them.
Really?
Yeah. It's a big dead silence.
Made symphonic versions.
Yeah.
Duro did something similar.
Yeah.
Our brains are trying to compute.
Well,
It's a lot to understand.
Here's the thing. Did symphonize them how? Like with a symphony or with
Well, here it is. He goes,
fucking samples and keyboards and
Symphonic
shit?
is not a proper new album, but rather a selection of tracks taken from Jorn's previous studio releases, which have been carefully selected by the Norwegian singer himself and painstakingly remixed in order to add a grandiose, is that right?
Grandiose.
Grandiose,
Yeah.
classical orchestra arrangement to the existing hard rock structure. So basically, it's like it was
Remixed
like
it in.
it became like rock and became like something you can also play for your parents. Like, hey, you like Jorn?
Yeah.
I felt what I heard of his music. I felt.
So
would
he's got
itself
like a
well
lot
to
of
it,
string
so.
instruments and stuff like that, except there's actually no string instruments.
I thought it sounded really cool.
It's
Could you tell if it was all synthesized or if he
Yeah, it was
hired
fake, it
live
was
ones?
fake.
I couldn't tell, but I thought it sounded really cool.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
important thing. It sounds good.
He had the style of music to lend itself to it. He did a cover of Rock and Roll Children, which sounded really cool.
Rock and roll children.
Yeah, it sounded pretty badass. So I thought it was pretty neat. So I don't know if you guys are into something like this.
I would check it out.
You liked Jorn, what you heard of it.
Yeah, I felt it, and I felt the music that I heard would lend itself well to that. So I would want to hear what it sounded like. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm probably
it could be very grandiose. No, I said it right.
There you go.
Grandiose.
I probably am going to YouTube that preview that you were talking about.
You should. I found a preview and they were playing some songs. I thought the guy was good. And, you know, I appreciate anybody who can sing.
Okay.
You know, I can't sit there and listen to like this kind of music all day long.
Right.
But I definitely could sit there and listen to 30, 40 minutes of it, like if I was working. Or like,
it was very inoffensive.
It's very
throw it into
very inoffensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something that you can
And not at all suspect.
Right. You know how you say something like, "Well, I don't like those vocals," or whatever. You have your girlfriend or whatever, and you're like, you could bring her in the car and play it for her, and it'd be like you could take a nice cruise down the street, and you're like, you get away with playing with metal without getting in trouble.
Right.
Awesome. That works.
Yeah.
So you were in Symphonic. I'm into it.
I'm going to check it out. I would recommend it.
That's what we have on Jorn. Unless you guys have anything to add?
No, my urine
Symphonic
stand
stuff is good. As long as it's not all symphonic.
All right.
To me, it gets a little tired.
All right.
All right.
Pudding.
Peace out.
Because that sells, but no one's buying.
Who's buying?
Mm-hmm.